Hi, this is Pagan Shooter. I'm back. I know it's been a really long time, but the first thing I wanted to come up with is I wanted to say I hope you all are staying safe. I hope you're all not affected as much as you could be with this quarantine. And from there, I want to make a little bit of an announcement that I am going to start doing this on a regular basis. This is now kind of my focus is I'm going to be focusing on YouTube and social media. More on that coming in the next couple of weeks. But I'm back. I apologize for being gone so long, but it was not helpable. It was work related and just I was burned out, tell you quite honestly. But I'm back. I'm going to start doing this on a regular basis. So today I wanted to talk about camping stoves. We had kind of been looking at doing some camping coming up in the future, and I had put some of these on a wish list. And a few weeks ago I bought them, thinking, I'll look at them and we'll get prepared. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and I thought, well, since I'm starting this back up, I wanted to kind of do an unboxing today, and in the next video we'll do a comparison. So the first one of and these are all what I would either consider hiking or camping stoves. These are not like large, big campsite cookout area. This is, the little stoves that you put the not the propane but the butane mixed gas on. And I have a few different ones, and we'll look at them. So the first one is called a Terra Hiker, and it looks like this. It comes in a nice hard case. I have not opened this yet. I don't know what it looks like. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what it looks like. Let's open it up, and you should have a visual of that. There we go. Now, this is going to be more of what I would consider a camp cook stove. This would be one where it kind of sits off on its own. It's going to be a little bit larger. Maybe you've got larger bags, or you've got a vehicle with you and you've got a little bit of room in the vehicle. So it looks interesting. So let's see what this is. And this one was $19.99. So none of these are really, really expensive, or what I would consider expensive. It's not really heavy. It seems like the hose is okay. It's on tight. It does turn a little bit, so I don't think it'll pop off. Yeah, it's not on tight. It looks like it does rotate. So let's see. How do you open this? I have not looked at this at all. So we'll pop this open and see how it stands. So we've got it there. And I believe that's as wide as it goes. This one comes with the regulator, and it does connect to the can off to the side. It stands on its own, and it does have what looks to be, an igniter. So it's got a little igniter here on the side. It looks like it has a pretty good burner on top. The regulator seems sturdy. It doesn't feel chintzy at all. It's got a nice seal around where it meets the can. It looks like it's got an O-ring down inside. I don't know if you can see that. But it does look okay. I don't know how stable it is. I mean, this is on a table, so it's going to be somewhat stable. I mean, but once you get out into like sitting it on a rock or a log or on the ground, I don't know how stable this is going to be. Also, it doesn't look like it's going to hold that large of a pot, so maybe this would be a smaller hiking stove or a larger hiking stove for maybe a one-person pot or a very small two-person pot. But an interesting stove nonetheless. I don't know. We'll have to see how it turns out. But I like the packaging. It comes in a nice hard-sided package. that looks like it has a hole in the bottom. You can see there's a hole in the bottom. So if there is any moisture inside, it would leak right out. I imagine if you were toting it and you wanted to use this to drink maybe water or something, so you boiled your water, I imagine after it cooled, you could pour some in this. That you could hold your finger on the bottom and drink out of it. I mean, it's an interesting thing. Um, it's okay. It's not bad. It's $20. I mean, right now for a lot of people that's a lot of money, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad. So interesting. So that's number one. That is the Terra Hiker, I believe. Terra Hiker. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this off to the side. And we'll come back and look at these in a bit. So the next one is an Alok, I think they called it. It's by Phoenix Gas Stove. Let's see. And this one is going to be a similar model. You have your instructions. And it comes in a box, in a bag. Interesting. So it has a little toting bag. Now, how do we open this? It looks like it's tied. I have my glasses over here in case I need it. And it comes out of the bag. Okay, it's a nifty little bag. It's a nice solid thing. It looks like it's got the old gym short mesh at the top. I wonder if they recycled old gym shorts. But it's interesting. Nice, well branded. I like it. That's a nice little bag for it. So let's see. It is also in a plastic bag. So we'll take that out. And I apologize if this is hitting the desk and making a lot of noise, but you know, I'm trying to avoid the ASMR. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. So this one folds out a little better than the other one did. Look at that. I wonder if the other one did that. Let's have a look real quick. Did the other one fold out like that, or is it? Yes. You know what? That was me being dumb. The other one actually folds out just like it. Look at that. That was stupid. So it does fold out. This is the Terra Hiker, and this would be the Alok. I think they call it ALOCS. Alox. It's Phoenix Gas Stove manufactures it. But comparatively, this one, it feels lighter. It feels actually a little... nope. This one feels a little sturdier. The Terra does. However, I mean, they both fold out to be about the same size. That's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, for all of you that were sitting there screaming at me, no, it folds out. It folds out. You're right. So this one folds out. Nice. Ooh, this has got a nice silicone gasket on it, and it has an O-ring inside. The regulator is quite sturdy as well, and this one has a positive and negative, so you can see when it's getting larger and smaller, so you know which way to turn it. This one does not have an igniter, so you would have to ignite it with a lighter or something. But this one feels much lighter, though. So I wonder, that would be interesting, using that plastic from that one to carry this one. Maybe. I don't know. But it's a very interesting one. It seems sturdy. The tube connects. This one doesn't swivel like the other, at least not on the stove end. It does swivel on the regulator end, though. You'll see. So that might actually be better, because when you straighten this out and then you get this on top of the can, then you can swivel the can. You don't have to turn the whole hose off to the side. This one seems to have a little bit better pattern on the top, where the burner comes out. So we'll have to see how that works out. And it does go out pretty straight. That looks like that would hold quite a large pot. pretty steady. It, you know what? That's not bad. This leg is a little crooked, it seems, but not too bad. I kind of like it. Both come with their own instructions. This one seems, the Terra seems to have a little thicker instructions, but the bag and container it came in are a little bigger. Both use the same gas. Very interesting. I'll have to, we'll see how they work next to each other in the test in the next video. Let's see. So the next one I purchased, and we'll move the bag out of the way, is actually a set. This is a Lion Camp cookware mess kit. And this whole thing with pot, pan, a number of things, including the stove, was $22.99. Now, this one's not a one that has the hose. This is the one that sits on top of the actual canister. And I'm a little leery of these, but we'll see how this turns out. Let's have a look. So looking at this one, let's open it up. And remember, I haven't seen any of these, so I have no idea what's in these boxes and if the manufacturer sent it or not. Okay, that's a box. Weasels are going to love that. Let's see. Move this off so it's got a nice mesh carrying bag. Keep it all together. I like that. Okay, so we've got what looks to be a bowl or a cup. Not bad. Not bad size. It folds out. It seems pretty sturdy. I would say either titanium or tin or aluminum. Steel handles that fold, and they appear to be silicone or rubberized, so it'll, not burn you. Let's see, what else do we got here? We've got, I have no idea what this little strap is. Maybe something to hold it closed, seal it. Ranger band, maybe. Let's see. We'll look at that last. Let's see. What else do we have? We've got, this is the feet for the canister. So this one came with a base to put the canister on. So it's not just the bottom of the canister holding it and holding everything steady. This actually has little legs that go out and hold the canister in place. So we'll look at that closer when we do the stove testing. We'll move that aside. I think that's a Ranger band. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. I'll read the instructions in the next video. I'll fill you in. So let's see. This pouch. Oh, I know what this is. So this came with a full set of camping silverware. So this is folding, camping, and I'll clean these off. Okay, these are kind of cheaply made. I would much prefer to use one of the sets that I already have, but yeah, these are kind of cheaply made. I'm not gonna lie. These don't seem very good. They are very they're very flimsy. They bend, they move. You can see it bending and moving there. Sharp edges on your hand. I mean, I know these are kind of little whiny complaints, but I mean, honestly, if you're gonna carry something like this, I mean, I've got other silverware that I could put in this that would fit, or even inside the pot itself where I wouldn't need this. I think this is kind of a, hey, this is a complete set type thing. Look, we're giving you even silverware. I mean, in a pinch, I guess this would work, but not what I would carry with this. And I mean, for me, this wouldn't be a big deal because I'm not really a hiker camper. But if you were going out and you were hiking, camping, weight does make a difference. And these, I think, are heavier than those titanium ones and they've got like those titanium sporks. You could get those, the plastic ones. They would probably work a lot better than this. These part I'm not as impressed with. But neat little carry bag, so it could be used. It's Velcroed, so, and it's got a little hangy loop. Not bad on that. Let's see. Then we got a little drink tumbler for a little drinking cup. So that's an interesting cup. I imagine if you wanted to, you could heat up water in this as well. It is metal. It feels like it's aluminum. It's kind of light, pretty solid though. Not bad. It's a cup. Coffee maybe. Oh, you know what? There you go. Don't burn your hands. Duh. You put your coffee in here. I know some of you out there were sitting there just yelling it at the screen. It's for the cup. But there you go. Yep, that fits perfectly too. That's exactly. You can take it off. You can clean the whole thing. Yep, keeps it from bouncing off the. I don't know why it wasn't on it already. And then you got a pot, and this is obviously going to be 1 or 2 people. You got a pot, 800 milliliters. 54 ounces. That's not bad. Enough to boil water. You can make soup, ramen. You could use the small bowl to make eggs. You can even do eggs in here if you want. Oatmeal. Yeah, this isn't bad. This is not bad. I think it's titanium. I'm not sure. It could be aluminum. I'll have to get some stats and put it up for these. This is more of just my impression. And maybe we'll do just a look at this stuff and see what they're made of. But not bad. And by the way, there will be links down below to all this stuff on Amazon because I got all this on Amazon. Now, the reason for the purchase, this is the stove. Now, this is going to be a little bit smaller than the others. This is what I would consider a backpacking stove. First thing I noticed, it does have a striker or a igniter, and it does work. The head of it is pretty well laid out for a small stove. Let's see, and from what I understand, yep, it just folds out like that, and then you flip it out like that, and yeah, it'll hold a pot. If you look, we'll show you at the bottom there. Yeah, that'll hold a pot. That's not bad. Let's see. It feels like it has either a rubber or a silicone grommet around the outside, and once again has your rubber inside. Pretty decent. Your regulation is on the side here. Ooh, that's stiff. Okay. So it appears to be reversed from the other. So I'm assuming, well, it doesn't say which is up and down. So you would have to, once you hook it up, it might start shooting. You'd have to probably do some checking on that. But hook it up, turn on the gas, hit your igniter, and there you go. Combined with the base for the canister, that actually isn't a bad setup. This might actually sit pretty wide, so it won't fall over. But normally canisters, and I'll show you what I got for that. That'll be in the next video. But this isn't bad, and I like how small the container is for it. So it actually does fold up pretty tiny. We'll put those in, and it fits right in. Let's see, how hard is it to get it back in there? Oh yeah, it goes right back in. That's easy. That's easier than the what is it? The Terra Hiker. So that actually went in there pretty good. All in all, this one I kind of like. This one's not bad, and this type is not really my style. So that's an interesting thing. Let's move this aside, and I've got one more stove. I'm going to keep out, I think, this pot because I want to. This one doesn't come with anything, And this one kind of, to me, seems more like a novelty. But I could be wrong. Move that aside. This one is called the Desert Fox. It is in here. That is tiny. To give you an example of sizing, this is the last one we just looked at. This is the container on the outside for the Desert Fox. This one's small. Let's have a look and see. I'm just going to tear the box open. I actually have a knife here to open it, but box is weak. This one feels kind of flimsy, the box itself. It's very light. Let's see. Okay, so it does come with a carrying sack. Wow, that is a tiny carrying sack. Look at that. That's for the entire stove. What? Okay. And this is the stove. Let's see. It goes up like that. Oh. Okay. I see. I see what you got going on here. Okay, so it's small. I'm gonna say that right up front. There is no striker on it. It has the regulator actually feels pretty sturdy. It's tiny. It's very tiny. A striker. It doesn't have a igniter, so you would have to light it with a match or a lighter. The head. I'm not a big fan of the head and the layout of it, but I mean, we'll see how that works. It kind of feels like somebody put a there's no rubber around here. It kind of feels like somebody took a butane jet and attached that to a valve for the canister and just kind of riveted some pieces that hold the can up. With this, you're going to have the can being your base. So if you put anything large on it, that actually goes to the edge of the can almost. Look at that. That's kind of surprising. I am a little surprised with this one. I don't know how strong it's going to be, so maybe a can this pot this big, maybe not, but we'll see. That would fit inside the pot as well. So I mean, if you're camping, maybe. I mean, I could see it. Okay, I see what they're going for, and this does not take up that much room. That's it right there. That piece is it right there. Between your fingers. That is the stove. It fits right in the bag, just like that. Boom. That could fit in the front of your backpack or whatever, or just dangle or clipped onto something on your backpack. A little, that's nuts. That's tiny. So we'll see how that works out. I'm a little leery of this one, but we'll see. It's very possible. It could be a good one. But what do you guys think? Have you guys used any of these things before? I've actually not used these before. Usually we would use like the campfire and that and just put the pot in the campfire. But I thought these would be interesting to try, and it would make things a little easier, especially if you couldn't burn at the time. You would be able to, because some areas you can't burn year round, and this might make it easier. But what do you think? Especially with kids. I mean, you got kids, they don't want to wait for you to start up a campfire. You just start up the stove. But let me know. Go ahead and share out this video. I hope you guys are doing well. Once again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys have used any of these stoves before, if you've used these specific brands before. Oh, that last one, the Desert Fox, was $10.88, by the way. I should have put that up earlier. I apologize. But let me know what you guys have used as far as stoves. I know there's really expensive ones out there, and they probably do really well. But go ahead and give me some feedback. Like this if you like it. If you don't, go ahead and dislike it. That's fine. Let me know what I missed in this. And we'll see you next time on this. And everybody out there, please be safe.